Well, Juan Diego Castro is an analyst with the Peace and Reconciliation Foundation. He's in the Colombian capital, Bogota. Let's just unpick those allegations that Colombia was involved in this. Juan Diego, what do you think of that?
Well, thank you so much for having me on your show, Nikim. Well, first, I'd like to say that I think it's rather irresponsible for President Maduro to claim that President Juan Manuel Santos had anything to do with it, given the relationship that they had in the past. As a matter of fact, President Maduro was very helpful with the peace accord. Like Venezuela was one of the main countries that supported the accord. And so President Santos owes a lot to Nicolas Maduro for him to come out and say something like that. It's rather irresponsible.
When you say peace accord, just to clarify, what you mean the peace accord in Colombia?
Correct, between the FARC and the Colombian government.
Yes.
And I mean, there are plenty of radical right-wingers in Venezuela already that could have, that could have made this attempt on Nicolas Maduro's life. I'll give you an example. Loren Saleh, who is actually a student leader, in 2014 he was in Colombia meeting with a number of party members of former President Uribe. And as a matter of fact, President Uribe protected him in multiple scenarios. And he was deported back to Venezuela because there were audio tapes of him planning out terrorist attacks against civilians. And also, he's always claimed that the best way to get rid of Maduro was to assassinate him.
Why do you think Mr. Maduro is making these accusations against Colombia?
Well, I mean, he does have a point, and the point is that President-elect Duque, 10 days after he was elected, he traveled to Washington, D.C. to meet with a number of Trump administration members, such as Marco Rubio as a congressman, but he also met with Mike Pompeo and with the Vice President Mike Pence. And at a press conference after that, he mentioned that the United States and Colombia are planning to align strategies to find a solution to Venezuela, to the situation in Venezuela. And as we all have heard, the Trump administration has actually put on the table a military solution to get rid of President Maduro. So I assume that President Maduro has some sort of claims to that, but I would not expect anything like that to occur during President Santos' presidency as he leaves office on Tuesday.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Juan Diego Castro, who's an analyst with the Peace and Reconciliation Foundation. Thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate your time.